Hello friends, welcome to my new data structures and algorithm in Java tutorial series video. Friends, in this tutorial we will discuss how to print elements of a singly linked list in Java. So friends, let's suppose we are given this singly linked list having 4 nodes with the data is 10, 1, 8 and 11. So in this tutorial we will discuss how we can print the data of the elements of this singly linked list. So below you can see the algorithm of it. So currently in the console you will see no output. So let's see the demonstration of this algorithm step by step. Now in the first step what we do is, in order to print the elements of the singly linked list, we need to traverse each and every node one by one, and we are given with the head node, which is the first node of the singly linked list. So we actually start traversing from this first node only. So in order to start traversing from this head node, what we do is we temporarily create a list node which points to this head node. So the name of this list node is current, and we assign the value of head to it. So it would look something like this, that we are having a list node by name current and it is pointing to head. Moving ahead. Now in this algorithm we encounter a while loop, and in while loop we place a condition that whether current is equal to null or not. So why we put this condition? Because once current is equal to null, we come to know that we have traversed the list completely. So therefore we come to know that there are no more elements left to be traversed. So initially now, as current is pointing to this first node, we know that it is not null. So therefore condition in while loop comes out to be true, and the code inside the while loop executes. So in the first step what we do is we simply print the data associated with this current node. So it would look something like this. The data associated with this current node is 10. Moving ahead. So friend, as we have traversed this node, now it's time to move to the next node. So in order to move to next node, what we do is, so friend, if we assign the current next value to current, what will happen is, as current is pointing to this first node having data as 10, now it will point to the second node having data as 1. So here simply what we are doing is, current next is pointing to second node and this value we are assigning to current itself. So it would look something like this. By this assignment, we are simply traversing current to its next by assigning current next value to current. Moving ahead, we again check whether current is equal to null or not. So here you can see, as current is pointing to second node, it is not equal to null. So the condition in while block comes out to be true, and we simply print current data on the console. So current's data is nothing but 1. So it would look something like this. Moving ahead. So friends, as we have now traversed the second node, now we need to move to the third node. So the only way to move to third node is current's next, because current next is pointing to this third node. So if we assign current next value to current, current will now point to the node having data as 8. So it would look something like this. Moving ahead. So friends, here again current is pointing to node having data as 8. So it is not equal to null. Therefore the condition in while block comes out to be true. And then we simply print the data associated with this current node, which is nothing but 8. Moving ahead. Now we simply assign the value of current next to current to traverse to the fourth node. So it would look something like this. Moving ahead. Now again we know that current is not equal to null because it is pointing to a node having data as 11. So therefore the condition in while block comes out to be true. We then print the data associated with this current node, which is nothing but 11. Moving ahead. And then we simply traverse current to its next. So current is pointing to this fourth node and its next is pointing to null. So we simply assign the value of current next, which is null, to current. So it would look something like this. Moving ahead. So friends, we already know that the list is traversed completely and we have printed all the nodes of the singly linked list. So now the current is pointing to null. So in the while loop we check whether current is equal to null or not. So here you can see current is equal to null. So the condition in while block comes out to be false. And we know that when this condition comes out to be false, the list is completely traversed. So now the statements in the while loop doesn't execute. And in the last step we simply print null. So on the console it will print something like 10 is pointing to 1, 1 is pointing to 8, 8 is pointing to 11 and 11 is pointing to null, stating that after 11 there are no more nodes. So friend, this is the algorithm to demonstrate how to print the elements of a singly linked list. Now let's go to Eclipse and see the working code.